My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Gemini. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading of past, present, future 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started with your reading. Okay, the general card is the Queen of Cups. Let's look at the first row, which is also your past. You start off with 8 of Pentacles, King of Cups reversed, and the Emperor reversed. You know, you could have Earth of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your star chart, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or even Aries somewhere in your star chart. What I'm kind of seeing here is, you know, you were incredibly hardworking in the past, and of course it's really good it's in the past, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be in a current situation of if you're in a job or if you've completed some kind of goal or endeavor. But what I saw is that you were incredibly ambitious and goal-oriented as well with the 8 of Pentacles, because, you know, you were working hard on something, and the passion comes from this fire sign. You know, you could even have Leo or Sagittarius in your star chart, or just being just a passionate individual yourself. But it just seems like, you know, you were working hard towards something, but there's lack of clarity with the King of Cups reversed, because water is also about clarity, and there was frustration with the Emperor reversed. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, it's like, okay, you know, it's like, you know, in the past readings, you know, when I mentioned about how sometimes you have to walk through like a misty path to finally get to, you know, any kind of signs and symbols on where you have to head towards, I'm kind of guessing that you're walking towards this misty path, or you were, because this is all in the past. But yeah, you know, there's actually, you know, there was no clarity, and you pretty much, there was, you know, some form of frustration. And if there's no clarity, you know, of course, you know, when you're just walking mindlessly through mist and stuff like that, anybody would start to feel like, oh my goodness, you know, how long do I need to keep doing this? Why and where and how? But the thing is, well, to be honest, you know, there's really nothing, you know, I don't, you know, it's like, I think that everything was going to work out in the end for you, and because, you know, it's like we're going to have to look at the other cards, and especially clarification part, but I love the fact that this is only just in the past, because when we look at current times, so the transition from feeling, you know, frustrated in the past, you do get the 8 of Wands in current times, 2 of Wands reversed, and the High Priestess. Wonderful, amazing. So, you know, you were pretty much still determined in your own way, because that's what the 8 of Wands is all about, is fast movement. It could be traveling of some kind, but in this situation, in current times, you know, you're pretty much just kind of moving faster. And why not? You know, if you want to get out of that misty path and whatever, you know, in dark fatal forest, you know, as soon as possible, why not? You know, sometimes, you know, just kind of jogging or running through it, or doing whatever it takes to get out of it. But yeah, for some reason, you know, it's like, okay, you know, something is moving fast and stuff like that, but yet, you know, you still feel kind of like directionless. You feel kind of stuck. But to be honest, with the High Priestess, I love how this more or less is in current times, because the thing is what I'm kind of seeing here is, you know, it's like, okay, you felt kind of directionless in the past. You still feel it somewhat, but here you are finally learning, or, you know, you're getting some kind of beautiful upper knowledge from the High Priestess. Yeah, you could pretty much have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces somewhere in your star chart, but I'm kind of seeing here is that you're finally realizing, you're finally, just thinking, okay, I need to keep going. I just can't, remain stuck in this situation. I still feel like I'm in the misty areas, but for some reason, and this is your upper knowledge finally coming, to play. Now, it doesn't mean that you're in an actual misty little situation, but this is kind of like a lack of clarity kind of situation. And the thing is sometimes, what even the human told me when he was, busy with high school, especially high school, it's like, sometimes, he would be, asked to do like homework and stuff like that, and then he would have no idea what the homework was all about. So he also felt like he was just kind of directionless, saying, well, where do I go? I don't know how to answer these questions. But the thing is as you keep moving forward, as you try to even think outside the box, maybe ask other people, but especially if you can actually answer those questions, through some form of struggling and stuff like that, this is the upper knowledge that's pretty much helping you and saying, okay, we're going to now give you clarity, because in the future, you get the Knight of Cups, Chariot, and Ace of Wands. Wonderful. The thing is, this is pretty much your own intuition. This is pretty much water. Water is like intuition, but this is also your wonderful intelligence, my beloved Gemini, man or woman, whoever's watching. Because I see that you're definitely being offered something, because that's what the Knight of Cups is also about. But this is also about moving forward with this beautiful upper knowledge that you actually gained. Right now, you're actually gaining some really good experience. You're moving forward in a real fast development, similar to the Eight of Wands. And here's your beautiful passion of idea of new goals and endeavors heading towards you somewhere in the future. Wow. I am not surprised, and I'm incredibly proud of you for not wanting to give up. Because sometimes, struggling is not fun. I know from experience, struggling is not fun, but the way to overcome it is to actually overcome it in your own way, and to just say, okay, I'm just going to see how far I can get. And to be honest, I think, as long as you keep going down this path of uncertainty or whatever it is, and that you're suffering with right now, eventually, you'll get clarity and experience, and you'll be able to actually, and bring, back your passion that you probably once didn't have in the past. Now let's look at clarification. Eight of Pentacles, you got the Ace of Grills, new beginnings. That is what you were working towards, my beloved Gemini. And this could have probably taken place somewhere at the end of 2024, because 2025 is all about new beginnings. And this is the Ace of Grills, is saying, okay, you're working hard on this new beginning. Abundance and overflow. Wow. And I am not surprised. This is what you were already doing in the past. So, and sometimes, it's like you get ebbs and flows. One minute you feel like you're on top of the world. Everything is just beautiful, sunshiny, and rainbows and stuff like that. And then next you're hit with horrible, thick mist of uncertainty. Well, I think you're going to be just fine. Because despite the lack of clarity with the King of Cups, you got Empress. So deep down, there is lack of clarity, but there is still, this beautiful groundedness of yourself. Because the Empress is a Virgo card. It's also about birthing new ideas, fertility, new beginnings, stuff like that. But deep down inside, it's like there could have been some kind of lack of clarity, despite, all of this, new opportunities and hard work. Sometimes you face, uncertainty and lack of clarity, but as long as you remained grounded in yourself, beautiful. I love this. It's like sometimes, it's like, it's like if there's any kind of uncertainty and stuff like that, it's good to just keep stable and grounded and not just think, oh my God, I'm going to have to start panicking and start running around in circles and maybe eventually I might land somewhere. Never panic in any kind of uncertain situation. I mean, learn from me, it's like, I actually ran out of my store when I woke up, from my, new transition into becoming a vampire. Did that work? No. For the Emperor reversed, you get the second Eight of Pentacles. So, despite frustration, I love the fact that you just kept going. Wonderful, and I'm so proud and impressed, and I knew you could. Because there's nothing a Gemini wouldn't be able to do in my book. I think you guys are wonderful, intellectual, strategic. You're the Ace, you're the Swords, you're the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. But I just, saw you, despite having to deal with setbacks or frustrations of any kind, you just kept going. Wow. Now that's what I like to see. I love to see determination in any way. So for the Eight of Wands in current times, you get Nine of Wands. Now something is heading towards you or you're heading away from something, but you get the Nine of Wands, but you're still, moving forward despite being exhausted and tired beyond belief probably. And that's what is important. Okay, sometimes, it's like you're faced with something and you just think, oh my goodness, how long, why, and where, and why. But the thing is to just keep going. To not give up on anything. So, it's like, I can understand how you deal with frustrations. A lot of humans deal with frustrations. Even I still sometimes deal with frustrations. But the thing is to keep going. Don't give up on whatever goal, ambition, project, whatever path, voyage you're heading down towards. And that's what I saw you doing. Not bad. For the Two of Wands reversed, you feel directionless, but you get the world now. What I love it is that, okay, sometimes you kind of have to go out into the world, and not just only have like a plan and stuff like that. Sometimes you just have to go, zigzag or just kind of, enjoy, this new journey you're heading down towards. And, you don't always have to stick to any kind of plan or anything according to the books in any way. And sometimes you just have to kind of go out and just think, okay, I feel directionless. I have no idea where I'm heading towards, but I'm going out and trying something. And the thing is that sometimes you just have to, sometimes, it's like you don't always get a map. You don't always get those navigation machines and stuff like that. But sometimes you just have to let your own intuition and your own feeling pretty much guide you. Because when we get to the High Priestess of Upper Knowledge and of this card and stuff like that, you get Temperance. The thing is, it's like you realize that there's so much passion in this upper knowledge. And that's the most important thing is, it's like you're heading out into this world maybe, and it could be still directionless. You pretty much, could have still internal fears of thinking, oh my goodness, it's like, will this actually work out? Well, to be honest, I see you gaining so much experience and knowledge from the High Priestess, and you're going to be incredibly serene and grounded as a Temperance. And, you could have Sagittarius, you could have Aries, Leo somewhere maybe, but I do see that you do have the sense of stability within you. Wonderful. For the Knight of Cups in the future, you get the Ten of Skulls. You're definitely being offered something, and the thing is, it's like as long as you keep grounded, you don't give up. Whatever this knight is going to be offering you, it's going to be so much abundance. Wow. But there's also going to be clarity, because water is also about clarity and intuition and, nurturing, caring, and love and support and stuff like that. But I see you heading down towards beautiful abundance, or you're at least going to be offered more money, more opportunities, more overflows. You already start off with the Ace of Grails in the past, and you move forward with the Ten of Pentacles. Amazing. For the Chariot, you get Seven of Skulls. Okay, well, I can't show the Seven of Skulls to you, but I show that, or I see, is that, you're pretty much, determined and passionate in your own way, but there's always still that little hint of doubt. Normally with the Seven of Pentacles, you see somebody, standing there looking at the Seven of Pentacles thinking, is it all worth it? Well, nothing worth it comes easy. And the thing is, it's like, sometimes, you're being offered something and there's always the hint of doubt thinking, should I accept it, yes or no? It's similar to the Four of Cups about being offered something. But I see you definitely being offered something. I see you are incredibly motivated, but there's always that tiny little voice that pretty much just says, well, of uncertainty. But the thing is you have to always remind yourself of everything that you've wanted, because the thing is I see that you are taking off this beautiful Ace of Wands, this inspiration, and you're heading away. You're heading away from doubt, because, you want to actually, proceed with this Ace of Wands card. This is your ambition, and you're pretty much ambitious enough to want to actually leave whatever negativity and uncertainty and directionless, and you're pretty much heading off and towards the course or path or whatever voyage that you want to head towards. Impressive. I'm impressed. I'm very happy for you, especially since we're still at the start of 2025. It's like if we were heading off towards the end of something, then you might think, okay, I didn't accomplish something, but there's always, time for new beginnings, right? So, it's like sometimes you do have to walk away from something just because, you have doubt, but I just see you just proceeding with something about walking or heading towards this goal or endeavor that you want to work towards. Wow. Very special vampire card. You get Page of Pentacles. Amazing. This is kind of like an offering kind of card. I mean, again, this isn't per se a love reading, but it's all about being offered something. And it's mostly actually being offered a new job of some kind, a new career, because that's what this whole, briefcase and pentacle is all about. And this vampire, is kind of still waiting on you and just thinking, well, Gemini, what are you going to do? Are you going to accept it, yes or no? Well, it's up to you to decide on what you want to do, but to be honest, nothing worth having, comes easy. So if this is, that you've struggled with the Knight of Wands of not giving up on something, go for it. If this is what you want, of course. Well, I'm going to have to see what the Oracle has for my beloved Gemini. Okay. The past of prison, bitterness, grudge, and refusal to let go. Well, what I understand is, of course, if there's any kind of, traumas, any kind of setbacks, always learn from your past mistakes. And, and maybe that's the refusal of letting go, if, is to look back and to say, okay, well, how can I do things differently this time? What can I do to improve my ways and stuff like that? And that's, how you should actually look at the future, is just to think, okay, I may be tired beyond belief. I may, will feel bitterness because I felt directionless. I felt like I was stuck. If you have any kind of grudge, but the past is definitely a prison, but you're definitely walking away from it. Wonderful. And I'm very impressed and proud of you, man or woman, whoever's watching. Wow. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video and think about the questions you want answered, because for number 1, you get a yes because of the 9 of Cups upright. You get the second High Priestess upright. This is definitely yes for you. And for number 3, you get yes because you get the 7 of Cups upright. Wow, wonderful, amazing. Well, my beloved Gemini, I'm going to have to leave it at this for you. But if this reading resonated, please feel free to join and subscribe. I just want to thank you guys so very much for supporting me and my channel. I just want to wish you all the best on any kind of endeavors, actions, courses, paths, my goodness, I should probably be fading soon. But other than that, I just want to say how much I love you guys incredibly. Thank you all so much for supporting me. I love you guys so much.